Before anything physical ever happens, a woman can already feel whether she's safe with you or not. She senses if you're present, respectful, and genuinely seeing her, not just her body. And after more than 25 years working with men, I have learned that intimacy begins long before touch. It begins when she feels calm and protected. Even something simple like your hands becomes meaningful when your intention is steady and caring. I'm Dr. Andrew Collins, and today I want to help you rethink intimacy from the ground up. This is not about tricks or performance. It's about using your presence and attention in a way that helps her feel respected and desired. But before anything else, we have to talk about two essentials: consent and preparation. Consent means you don't assume. You ask clearly and calmly, is this okay? Do you like this pace? Want to slow down? Some men think asking shows insecurity, but it's the opposite. It shows maturity. When she knows she can say yes or no without pressure, her body relaxes naturally, and that relaxation is where desire really starts. Preparation is just as important. If you're going to use your hands to connect, they should be clean, warm, and cared for. Trim your nails, wash your hands, remove rings, not because it's a rule, but because it shows awareness. These small details say, you're safe with me. And that alone changes the entire experience. When this foundation is solid, everything else that follows will really make sense. Before a woman feels any deeper excitement, what she truly needs first is the sense of being wanted calmly and without pressure. Many men rush toward the most sensitive areas, thinking that's how desire works. But for most women, desire rises slowly, like a wave that grows as the whole body warms up. That's why the warm-up isn't extra time. It's the foundation. Her body responds much more easily when she feels respected, seen, and approached with patience. That's why I always remind men that intimacy starts with presence, not touch. When she senses you're focused and not rushing ahead, her body naturally softens, and that softness is where true desire begins. Warm-up should begin far from the center. Gentle attention to her neck, collarbones, arms, back, or thighs wakes her body gradually, and the key is going slower than you think you need to. Women feel intensity through patience, not speed. Even when she's still dressed, that soft layer helps her ease into the moment without feeling overwhelmed. A warm hand on her waist or hips creates comfort, not pressure. Think of your touch like small waves, gentle pressure, a light release, a steady rhythm. This helps her body wake up naturally, and when you eventually get closer, still over clothing, your mindset matters. You're approaching with respect, not rushing. A brief moment of warmth, followed by a pause, often speaks louder than anything else. It tells her you're with her, not chasing a goal. When she feels that kind of intention, desire begins to open naturally. Once she's relaxed and responding to your presence, the next step isn't about turning up the intensity. It's about paying closer attention. This stage is less about doing anything specific and more about listening to her body. A woman communicates a lot without saying a word. Her breathing, how she shifts, the way she leans in or softens. Those are the signs that tell you she feels safe and connected. Think of her reactions as your guide. If she breathes a little deeper or moves toward you, she's telling you she's comfortable. If she tenses or pulls back even slightly, it's not rejection. It just means her body needs a moment. Women don't open from pressure. They open from comfort. This is also where consistency matters. Smooth calm, predictable energy helps her stay relaxed. Sudden changes in tone, pace, or intensity often break the moment. You're not trying to impress her. You're helping her feel more present in her own body. And communication doesn't need to be complicated. A simple, gentle, "is this okay?" or how does this feel keeps the connection open without breaking the mood. When she knows she can be honest, everything becomes easier for both of you. The goal here is not performance, it's connection. The more you pay attention to her reactions, both physical and emotional, the deeper the moment becomes. When she starts responding more openly, the goal isn't to move faster, is to keep the connection steady. Many men accidentally shift the energy too quickly, and that's when a woman pulls back inside herself. A real transition should feel smooth, like one moment naturally flowing into the next. The most important thing is to keep the emotional tone consistent. If the energy has been slow and calm, stay with that. If her breathing is deep and steady, follow that rhythm. Women feel grounded when your focus doesn't suddenly change or rush ahead. Communication here becomes even simpler. A quiet, still good, or is this pace okay, helps her feel in control of her own experience. And when she feels she can guide the moment without judgment, she becomes more relaxed and more responsive. This stage isn't about technique, it's about presence. Your calmness, your attention, and your patience tell her you're with her, not pushing her. When you hold that space steadily, her body and emotions naturally open in their own time. At this stage, the most important skill isn't what you do. It's how well you read her signals. Every woman reacts differently, so the key is paying attention. Her breath, the way she shifts closer, or even a quiet sound can tell you she's feeling connected and comfortable. These cues aren't instructions, they're simply signs of how she's experiencing the moment. Her not yet signals matter just as much. If she tenses, pauses, or pulls back slightly, it doesn't mean something is wrong. It just means her body needs a little space. Women respond best when they feel no pressure, so slowing down or softening your energy helps her settle again. And if you're unsure, gentle check-ins always deepen the connection. A soft, "You okay?" or "Want me to stay like this?" lets her know she can guide you without hesitation. When she feels safe to express herself, everything becomes more natural for both of you. Remember, connection grows when you listen, not when you try to perform. Staying tuned to her emotional and physical cues is what keeps the moment strong, steady, and meaningful. A common misunderstanding is thinking that more automatically means better. More speed, more intensity, more effort. Nung that ra ju tao kam giak sao nhat cho fu nu lai la su on jin. A steady, calm rhythm gives her something to relax into. When your energy is consistent, your breath, your pace, your presence, her body feels safe to open up. Sudden changes can break the flow. Even if you think you're adding excitement, a quick shift often pulls her out of the moment. Women respond to continuity, not surprise. So think of it like a slow dance. You keep the rhythm smooth, you move with her, and you let her reactions guide the pace. When her responses deepen, maybe her breath tightens for a second, or she moves slightly closer. Your job is not to speed up, but to stay steady. Her body will tell you what feels right, and the more you pay attention, the easier it is to understand her without guessing. Above all, your calmness is what lets her relax. Your steadiness makes her feel safe. And your presence, real, focused presence, is what makes the moment meaningful. When things become more intense for her, many men assume they need to add more energy, but that's rarely what she needs. What she actually relies on in these moments is your calmness. Strong emotions can feel overwhelming, and the way you hold yourself determines whether she feels safe. If you stay steady, she relaxes. If you remain grounded, she trusts what she's feeling. You communicate without words. I'm here. Take your time. Her breath might change or her body may tense for a second, and that isn't a cue to increase anything. It's simply her adjusting to the moment. Keeping your energy smooth and stable helps her stay connected instead of being pulled out of the experience. And if she needs something different, she'll show you through subtle movements or quiet signals. Slowing down when things feel too strong doesn't diminish anything. It deepens her trust. Your presence, not your intensity, is what holds the moment together. When a woman reaches an emotional peak, what she feels isn't just physical, it's deeply emotional. Many men don't realize that intimacy often becomes a moment of emotional release for women before anything else. She might breathe differently, grow quiet, hold on to you gently, or let out a soft sound. These aren't signs of discomfort. They're signs of trust. This is where your calm presence matters most. Your steady breathing and relaxed body help her feel grounded, while everything inside her rises. You don't need to lead or change anything. You just keep the atmosphere stable. A quiet "I'm here" or "you're okay" can mean more to her than any action. It reassures her that she's safe to feel whatever is happening. If the moment becomes too strong and she pauses, that isn't a problem. It's a sign she trusts her own pace. Slowing down with her shows emotional maturity and strengthens the bond you're building. These peaks are where connection becomes something deeper, something that lasts beyond the moment itself. As the intensity starts to fade, many men make the mistake of pulling away too quickly. But for most women, the end of an emotional high isn't a sudden drop. It's a slow, gentle return. If you disconnect too fast, it can feel abrupt, almost like the moment was cut short. Staying close for just a little longer makes the experience feel complete and meaningful. Your energy should soften gradually, your breathing slows, your body relaxes, and you stay present instead of shifting away. This tells her, "I'm still here with you." Small gestures matter the most now. A hand resting lightly on her side, a gentle hold, or simply staying still with her. These moments help her emotional state settle in a safe and comfortable way. If she's breathing slowly, match her. If she becomes quiet, don't rush to fill the silence. That quiet is part of the connection. A soft "you okay?" or "take your time" reassures her without asking for anything. Following her lead in this phase builds trust and makes her feel valued long after the moment ends. After the intensity fades, there's a short window where the connection can actually deepen more than during the moment itself. Many men overlook this, but what you do right after matters just as much. Aftercare isn't complicated. It's simply showing her that she still matters. Once everything slows down, stay close and don't rush to move away. Keeping your energy calm tells her the connection didn't end the second things quieted. A gentle touch on her arm or back, or letting her rest against you, offers reassurance and comfort. These small gestures mean far more now than any big action earlier. Some women open up emotionally during this time. If she wants to talk, listen. If she prefers silence, respect that. A simple "you okay?" or "how do you feel?" shows care without asking for feedback. Even offering water or making sure she's comfortable demonstrates that you see her as a whole person, not just the moment. When a woman feels cared for afterward, trust grows. She relaxes more around you, becomes more open emotionally, and the bond between you strengthens naturally. This final stage turns intimacy into something deeper and more meaningful. At the end of everything, the message is simple. Real intimacy is built on presence, patience, and genuine connection. It's not about being perfect or knowing special techniques. It's about how safe and valued your partner feels when she's with you. When a woman feels respected and understood, her emotions and her body respond naturally. Every woman is different, and every relationship has its own rhythm. What matters most is communication, asking gently, listening honestly, and being willing to learn from each other. Intimacy changes over time, and the couples who stay connected are the ones who stay curious and supportive of each other's needs. You don't have to be flawless. You just have to be attentive and kind. When both partners feel safe to be honest about what they enjoy or what they need, the connection grows stronger. Simple conversations often make the biggest difference. I'm Dr. Andrew Collins, and I hope this guidance helps you build moments that feel healthy, respectful, and meaningful. If you found this helpful, stay with the channel. We'll keep exploring the emotional and relational sides of men's health in an honest, mature way. Real connection is built one sincere moment at a time.